so gay, so Chinese.
Are you saying there's something gay about being Chinese? Gay about being well organized? Now you're in trouble, not me. See, this is what happens with Chinese people being offensive. We don't mean to be. We just don't speak English. 晚上好，欢迎来到下班后的喜剧派。今天要陪你们聊一个 Sorry. I want to think of a clever thing, but I have to channel switch. So we're going to talk about potatoes. Well, we're going to make two dishes today. Stir-fried potato ribbons. 就是酸辣土豆丝儿, something that I think is the direct antithesis to Western potato food culture. And we're going to make 三花土豆泥, 东北 mashed potatoes. Very, very similar in a very weird way. So these two dishes are both from the north of China. One's from my home in the northeast. Well, not really from, but this is the way that we would do it. And the other one is from the northwest. Let's cut some potatoes first, yeah? Stops them from oxidizing and going black. That little potato had other plans. I congratulate it on its freedom. All right. Fuck! Why is that happening today? I swear to God, I'm not doing that on purpose. I'm not. I don't know. I've had a long day. Fuck you guys.
They came to the magazine the other day. Saw you very bad attitude.
What do you mean bad attitude? Came in, wiped their mouth with a napkin, threw it on the floor, and told one of our staff to pick it up. You don't get to treat my staff like dogs. Only I get to treat them like dogs. We treat each other like dogs because we are fucking dogs, but dogs have rules between dogs. Don't care how wealthy you are and how important you are. Just because you have a shit life at home and you chose my restaurant for a fucking date and you have a bad relationship with the woman that you're sitting across from doesn't mean you get to take it out on us. I'm not gonna help you get laid or fix your fucking deep-rooted issues. You don't get to treat us like shit just because it's a place that sells food. A lot of people don't know they're being rude, and I genuinely believe that, but there are some people who do know they're being rude, and those cunts should not be treated nicely, or they'll never learn. We're gonna put those chunky potatoes in the boil and soften them while I work on these other potatoes. Can you put some salt in my pan?
How much do you want?
Until it's salty, not inedible. 还是人可以吃的那样子的一些。
他不尝他咋知道呢？
So taste it. Are you just drinking pan water? You finished you finished my pan of salty water? All right, so we're gonna let that cook until it's soft. Over here, we're gonna do some matchstick potatoes. Knife skills don't have to be great for this. Just take your time. I guess these would be called julienne. I just forgot what a 1 millimeter string cut is. I think it's julienne, or was julienne 2 millimeters. I don't remember the specifics, but for sure. Yes. No, the French are not cunty. They're the uncuntiest people on earth. This is my opinion. People think, in the food world especially, that the French are racists and they're cunty. They're not. They're just French, and it's different. It's kind of like the Shanghainese people. They're not bitchy. They're just Shanghainese. Like, when I was apprenticing, the French didn't give me a name. I was just called Le Chinois. The French call this Le Chinois. It's called a Chinese. Do you know why it's called a Chinese? In English, it's called a China cat. Yes, because of... That's why it's called the Chinois. No, you don't have to apologize. See, every white person goes, oh my God, that's awful that the French would say that. But you just laughed, because it's fucking hilarious. No one dresses like this. That's like the Vietnamese at the most, right? Like French Indochina, maybe, but not us, at least not where I'm from or where you're from. This was from a long time ago. So they call this the Chinois because no, right? So I thought it was hilarious. So whenever they say the Chinois, I'll be like, yeah, what's up? And they're like, the Chinois. I'm like, yes, what's up? He's like, no, like fucking le Chinois. Right? I'm like, what the fuck? And then they showed me this. I'm like, oh, wow, that's really fucking funny. No French person is gonna remember my Chinese name. Go on, come here, go on. Like, it's not gonna happen. Not because they're racist, because they're French.
So Chinese boy, he has the same name?
No, the other Chinese boys didn't want to hang out with the French because they were French. So you tell me who's more racist, them or us? Like a lot of my foreign friends will tell me, like, you have any idea how hard it is to be white in China, be Latin in China, Mexican in China, European in China, Mediterranean in China, black in China. Do you know what's harder than being those races in China? Is being Chinese in China. Because no matter how racist they think they are, we're much better at it. We don't even have the excuse of color. We just hate each other for fun. I think we just have a different standard of what racism actually is. I had this conversation with a diner the other day that came into Magpie because they asked me about this. Why is China so racist? And I asked them, how do you define discrimination? And they thought about it, and because they were native English speakers, born and raised in North America, they said, to discriminate is to treat a group of people poorly based on their gender or identity or race. But that's not how we learned English here in China. To discriminate is the ability to tell the difference between two things. We were taught that the word discriminate, I can discriminate between a northerner and a southerner. I can discriminate between black and white. I can make the discrimination that you are Shanghainese and I am northerner or half Shanghainese. Therein lies the difference between why we feel more racist to the West. It's because we don't think we're being racist.
So gay, so Chinese.
Are you saying there's something gay about being Chinese?
The way you arranging those vegetables on your chocolate.
So are you saying there's something gay about being well organized? Yeah, that's what I thought. Now you're in trouble, not me. See, this is what happens with Chinese people being offensive. We don't mean to be. We just don't speak English. So we're just using the words that we were taught. Is what you're trying to say is this is the most annoyingly, traditionally Chinese thing you've ever seen me do on a cutting board, which is arrange things into stupid little piles. But, you know, sometimes traditions are shit, but sometimes they make you feel kind of nice. I rarely ever do this, so it's a nice break from the norm. There we go. Nice little potato matchsticks. So at this point, you have a choice. Do you want to wash the starch off? Because if you do, you'll have a much cleaner, crisper texture. If you want it to be stickier, you wouldn't rinse them. But today we're going to do a northwestern version, which is stir-fried and lightly seasoned to be spicy, a little bit ma, and a little bit acidic by way of some northwestern vinegar. 山西橙醋. Yeah? Cool.
哪有这种概念吗？他们
Huh? No, it's really hard to describe ma to a European.
Punching your tongue with a lot of needle.
Painful.
电流感。
Get shot.
The feeling of being electrocuted. I guess that's fair for someone who's never been electrocuted before. All right. You see, whenever he laughs on time, I don't know how much English he actually understands. So let's put this little cutting board of bullshit off to the side. This is our ingredients for our stir-fried potato. And now it's time to prepare the stuff for northeastern mashed potatoes. What, you mean for putting things in a gay little pile? It's a phrase, mise en place. Things in their place. Like now all the modern young cooks, like, you know, they'll have a tattoo of like a parsley here and a whisk and like a slice of pizza and like a cardamom. And they usually have like a tattoo of 3 words here in French. That's usually mise en place. It's the first thing you learn in a traditional French kitchen.
Not growing older, so usually.
No, that's.
Mother or religious things.
Yeah, maybe you are growing older. That hasn't been the fucking case since like what, before World War II? Oh fuck, I've pissed myself off so much I don't even know what the fuck I want to do anymore. Sweet red pepper. Cut down into 1/2 centimeter. And then you want to break it down into 1/2 centimeter dice. There's a one flavor of Western people that just want to be traditional so bad. Like they want to go to Guangxi and take the picture of the 20 Kwai Mountains. The English teachers, right? The other ones who are usually Asian themselves, who grew up in Los Angeles and Chicago and New York and just are so ashamed of just being an average stupid Chinese person.
Why?
I don't know. Like for example, there's so many Asian kids in the West who are quite good looking and quite in shape. And they say, I don't date Asian girls, man. I'm just not attracted to them. But it's just not true. You know they like Asian girls. They just feel like it would be kind of too typical to also like a Chinese girl. It's weird. It's weird, super weird to me. I don't get it. Now we're gonna break down these mushrooms.
行了行了，你
He actually never said that.
He never says that because 你就不怕被外网暴是吧？他们也够不着你。你们那里講腩係講胎啊？
都有，
哦，
胎鳩卵巢。 都可以用，
五个最脏的话，
你可以互相替换。
So one thing that Cantonese people love the most, for all our Western audiences who have no idea what's going on, the Cantonese love teaching us their swear words.
All kind of person.
That's not true. In the North, we hate it. Like, for example, when people call me 铁子, no Dongbei person calls each other 铁子, like homie, 老铁. No fucking Northerner talks like that. All right, cool. Let's check on my potatoes. Fuck. Why? Why did you do this? Why did you do this?
因为你不用水吗？水不用的吧？
Fuck, man. All right, fine. Let's try to make this edible. All right, let's fucking drain these potatoes off. So usually I would pass these through a tammy, or a chinois, or a mouli. You guys decide for yourselves what it says about the French that they have 3 separate tools for making mashed potatoes. But I'm just gonna use a spoon because this is how I watched my uncles do it when I was a kid. It doesn't have to be a smooth mash, mind you. And if you want it to be smooth, just work harder. But anyways, we're gonna put a little bit of pork fat in here. Tayo. Yeah? Some chicken juice. And now this just tastes like KFC mashed potatoes. Done. Put that off to the side, keep it nice and warm, and we're gonna make the gravy. Yeah, Lao Chen is getting angry that I'm talking so much and not cooking. So pork goes in the pan, get it on as high heat as possible. And the pork is mostly cooked through. Remember, you don't want color on this. Here's something that you guys don't realize. In China, mostly we don't color our food that much. We add our brown in liquid form. All right. Garlic goes in. Chinese diced leek goes in. Bell peppers and mushrooms go in. There we go. Now, after that, 大酱啊, the big sauce, which is true. I actually have no idea how else to translate that. White soy in to free water. It's also a soybean product. 它也是一个豆子品. You want to see how real Chinese cooks season? We wet the back of the ladle and use that as a measuring device for how much sugar we want. Pai, pai, pai. Yeah, exactly. Margaritas. Pai, 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 boom. Pai, 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 boom. Shengfen, yeah, some shengfen. And you want this to be a really thick hu. You want to go the fuck out of this chair. You want to go chen so hard for this sauce? Because you want it to be a thick brown gravy. That's done. That's our gravy. It's our pork gravy. It looks great, right? Shall we do the bullshit? Yeah, let's do the bullshit. Excuse me. This is what I want. All right, let's fucking do it. Let's do the bullshit. No, but it looks like it, doesn't it? I hate this so much, but sometimes traditions are important. This is gonna be disgusting. All right, let's do it. Yeah, oh, that didn't do anything. 我小时候看到这个土豆泥出现，它是一个塔，但是我不知道它是塔是怎么扣出来的，差不多这意思吧。Now, here's the thing, right? The stereotype of Northern Chinese people is that we're trash. We're barbaric trash. I swear to God, this is how we have our mashed potatoes where I'm from. Guys, fucking Google it or 百度 it. 三花土豆泥。
What is 三花actually?
三个花嘛。No. You know what's the worst part about this? I know I'm gonna like this.
Is that good?
It's good.
It's so good. Shut up and try it. It's stupid that this is good. It shouldn't be good. It looks idiotic. It looks like something your first grader would make you as a school project, but it's good. Yeah. 是吧? All right, let's finish up for today. 最后一个了. In goes in with your Szechuan peppercorns. As soon as you start smelling them go fragrant, you turn your heat off, you strain them out. Now your oil is gently flavored. Strain your potatoes, grab your garlic and your leek strips. In the hot fat they go. You want a tiny bit of color, just like that. And then in goes the ginger. And from this point, in goes in. Now I season my potatoes pretty heavily because I like a lot of other flavors in my potato. In goes my other colors of strips, my chili. This is an everyday family dish for a lot of people in the country. Almost everyone who grew up here has this in their childhood home. Or a version of this. It's just the recipe changes based on what you add inside, but generally it's the same. And then we season a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of white soy, because I want to keep the color. Glistening with fat, perfectly burnt leeks, wet and acidic. Mmm. Reminds me of my childhood. Shall we get some white people chopsticks and dig in?
Yeah.
White people chopsticks. Do you want the insert shot? Do you want insert 嗎？ Insert water. I'm gonna show my mom.
Wow.
I want to see if she's bitchy and has anything to say. She's Shanghainese. She will. Oh, who's she? I'll show you. 侬講what?
Yeah.
Here, I'll do it for you. 來。是這個味兒吧？
大排檔的味道。
Finally, a little bit of frying pan hay. Anyways, shall we clean up and go home, guys? Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you soon. 別忘了一鍵三連。Comment, like, subscribe. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you around. Bye, guys. Ooh, I have an idea.
I know David.
Shush. No, I would not David Chang this for the life of me. This is northern food. Whoa, David Chang only fucks with southern Asian food. Bye. Right?
Yeah.
It's stupid, but it's good. It's stupid good. He has ugly delicious, we have stupid good.